Hello Android Dumplingers. In today's show we're going to recap some of our old videos in which I think I said I would show you how to connect your Sunny's game controller to your mobile device. So stay tuned everyone and let's get started. So many of you have been asking about this game controller. I reviewed a couple of months back, actually in 2018. And some of you didn't know how to connect the game controller to your mobile device. Well, the images on the box certainly seem to show you that you can do it for Android, iOS and Windows. And today we're going to look at how to connect your Sunny's game controller to your mobile device. So a big disclaimer here, I really didn't know how much effort this would take to research the material for this video, because quite frankly I just thought it would be a Bluetooth connection from the game controller to your mobile device, and in actual fact it just wasn't that easy. It was more than that. If you look at the box, it says it can connect to Android, iOS and Windows, and I tried Android and Windows and still had problems, but eventually I got through it. And another disclaimer is that if you can see all the phones I've got here, that's a Samsung Galaxy S2, that is a broken Galaxy Note 2 or 3, that one is the Mi 8 Pro, and that one is the Huawei Mate X 20X. That one I haven't tested yet, but this one, and the device I'm using to record right now, which is Samsung Galaxy Edge S7, all of them gave me issues with games and connecting to the game controller. In this video, it's a two-part series. In the first section, I'm going to show you what you need to connect this game controller to a mobile device. And secondly, in the second part, I'm actually going to play a game using the game controller and something else, which is, you'll have to wait till what that something else will be in part 2. But for now, we're going to try and connect this device to one of these other devices. And just to let you know that another disclaimer is that I have no cooperation with the Sunny's people or any of their affiliates. This was just me doing some research on this game controller for what I might say is an interesting device. Is it the best device? Well, you'll just have to watch part 2 to find out if I give it the Android thumbs up. But for now, let's get started with what you need to connect the Sunny's game controller to your mobile device. Okay, so first off, you will need to have this device fully charged. I suggest that you use this USB connector here and connect it to, just detach that mobile holder, and at the bottom, at the back here, there is this USB connector, and then you just use another charging device from your phone or something and make sure that it is fully charged, because the process can take quite a while. Once it is fully charged, I would think that you would need one of these phones, or the phone that you're using, it also has to be fully charged. Now this one is the Samsung Galaxy S3. This phone is quite old, but I rooted the phone and installed Resurrection Remix on it some time back. Sorry, it's the S3. Some time back I installed Resurrection Remix onto it, and for all intents and purposes, it's an old version of Resurrection Remix, but it's still good nonetheless. It's not my daily driver. I use it for entertainment purposes, and this phone had problems. A rooted phone had problems with the game controller, only because I would think that the setup required a different resolution for some of the games that you have to play with the game controller, and also maybe the Android version wasn't the correct version. So if you have a rooted phone, you can try and use it with the instructions I'm going to give you, or you can just try a normal phone with the normal OS on it, whether it be Android Oreo, Android Pie, or so forth and so forth. For this demonstration, we are going to use the Mi 8 Pro, and as you can see, I gave it a long video of an hour and 52 minutes describing everything about this phone. So we're going to try and use the game controller in collaboration or connected to the Mi 8 Pro. This is the Mi 8 Pro, and I'm into Google Play, and there are a couple of things you need to connect your SunYes controller to your mobile device. I'm going to look at a few things quickly first, just so you can understand that the SunYes company has a couple, and I would say a couple meaning 20 or 30 games that they approve for this device, but not all games are compatible with this device. I didn't know this before I ventured into discovering how to connect this device to this device. On your screen now you should be able to see a list of games. There are only about 4 or 5 games that are English. The rest are all Chinese games. So I suggest do your research first to see if you are able to use the game for this game controller. But as I was scrolling through the Google Play Store, I discovered that the first game I actually downloaded was Asphalt 9, because I like driving games, and I thought using this game would be ideal for the game controller. But I also discovered that no, you can't use this game. So scrolling through this game, it's called 5v5. That game is compatible with this controller, and so is this one, which is called Garena Free Fire. Then some of these games in Chinese are also compatible with the game controller, but I haven't tested it yet. And interestingly enough, that's where it stops. I think this game is compatible, and I think, oh, the list can go on, and I'm sure I can let you go on and on for this, but I'm not going to bore you. I'm just going to say that we're going to connect it first, and in the second video I'm going to show you which games are compatible, or which ones I've played with the game controller to make your life a little bit easier. Okay, so first of all, you need a couple of apps to make sure that this game controller works. First off, you would need to enable Bluetooth. I'm not going to enable it right now. I'm first going to download the app. So, what is the app called? It's called Octopus Play Games with Gamepad. So this is one of the free ones. One of the paid ones is the Panda Keymapper 64. I didn't buy that one, and I don't suggest you buy it anyway yourself. If you're looking for a free way to connect your game controller to your mobile device, that's the one they suggest, and that's the one I'm going to try. So let's install this one quickly. Once it's finished downloaded, you just click open. You give it access to a lot of things in your life, and then it says gaming with peripherals. So as you can see, for now there are no devices connected, and that's very important to understand, because you need to pair your game controller with your phone before it works. So this is where Bluetooth comes in. It's trying to load something here, but I'm not going to give it that chance. Well, it says, so let's just skip this. Clear data and cache. Now we're going to go back, tap again to get out of here. The most important thing I'm going to show you now in this part is that once you've got this app and once you've got Bluetooth, your game controller still will not work with any other games you want to play unless you do one more step, and I'll show you that in part 2. I'm just releasing part 1 right now so you can understand how to connect your mobile device to your game controller. And the next thing you do is you enable Bluetooth on your device. So you go down, you look for Bluetooth, and you keep pressing down till your Bluetooth device comes up. You activate it there, and it will give you a list of available devices. Hopefully I don't have many Bluetooth devices enabled, but I will put my mobile phone down for now and show you the game controller. So the most important buttons here are the mode button and the Y button. Press both of that until the lights keep flashing in this corner over here, then release both buttons. So it's flashing, It's looking for your mobile device, and you will sooner or later see that your mobile device, your game controller, should come up here. At the moment, it's not coming up. So I'm going to refresh this device here, and still nothing. Even though the devices are clearly attached, or it's so close to each other. Refreshing again to see if it matters. So obviously no luck. I'm going to put things down. I'm going to switch this off. So first round, it didn't work. Now the reason why I'm showing you this is because magic doesn't happen instantly. It takes some time to learn the basics, and also I guess it will take some time for this game controller to learn and find this mobile device. Yes, I know you might say, well, okay, that's stupid. It should happen automatically, and I totally agree with you. I'm falling short of saying this device actually sucks. But we've bought the device, we're gonna try and connect it. So let's try again. We go to settings, Bluetooth. As you can see, Bluetooth is on. It's trying to look for it. I'm double clicking that device, and it should be able to find it. And there it's found it. As you can see, an available device. It's found it. I click that. Why? It says it's pairing. As you can see, it's pairing. And then it's going to ask to pair with gamepad N1. And I'm going to say pair. I should have said allow. And then quite strangely, something else comes up. And that says it's a keyboard assistant, which is actually not the case. So once you've paired the device, you will see that the flashing several lights will now go to a single light. Okay? And we'll come back to that. And we'll go back now into the Octopus app. Oops, just let's close that. We go into the Octopus app, and you will now be able to see at the top there, the device says one device connected, and that is the News Gamepad 1. And here where it comes, you will see a string of advertisements that will follow, because I guess the app is free, so you will have to let these advertising go. I'm just going to close that, and every time you try and click on this, nothing's going to happen, because this app, the Octopus app, is just a mechanism for you to connect your game through this app. So you need to download the game first before and play it before you can actually use this app. And that's where I give it like sort of a 1 dumpling out of 10, because why do I need to first off play the game through this app? It sounds kind of funny, but this is actually what they're asking for. And as you can see there, they've put some games as suggestions. There is Crazy Ma, there is City Survivor, and there's Car Chase. And this is where you add your game. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to download one of their suggested games and then add it to this list. And then you'll be able to play the game. Okay, so one other thing I'd like to mention is that if there's any inactivity between your SNES game controller and your mobile device, your SNES controller will automatically switch off, and so will this, because then it, as you can see right there, it says no device connected. That's because the light is off here and everything is stopped. So go find your game first and then play. Okay, so as I scroll through the games here, I'm going to do what the company suggests, and that is download one of the games that they have on their list, and that is this one, Garena, mouthful, Free Fire. So let's install that one. Okay, I'm going to proceed, and it's 431 megabytes. Might be a big game. So I'm going to fast forward the video and get back to you when it's fully downloaded. If you have played it, put some write down some comments down below this video and tell me what you liked about it, because there we go, it's installing right now, and it will ask you to open it. So I'm going to open it, and this is Garena. I'm going to confirm, allow, and allow. So it needs a package size of 2 megabytes to begin download, and click update. So it's downloading that. I don't know if that is actually required or if that was actually spyware. Can't be sure. So here we go. This is Free Fire. So you can log in with various other methods. There is the Facebook login. There is, I think, the Von contract. I forgot what that was again. And other ways to log in, and then of course that. So I'm going to try other ways to log in. That doesn't happen. What is that? Oh, so I'm going to start the game apparently. Okay, so say you're a and nickname is GUI. Don't know why I said that, but I'm going to choose that. And then create. The nickname is not available. Really? Okay, just choose that name and create. So it's creating a name for me that I don't even have or I don't even know. And then you click OK. So this is the game, and I'm going to click again OK for that. I don't know what all this nonsense is about. I'm going to close that, and that's me. So as you can see, if this camera can focus quickly, there we go. You can see that that's a male guy and he's on this thing. So before I even play the game, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to exit. And that's a big thing. Trying to exit this game on your own is another story. So confirm to quit. Yes, okay. I've quit the game. So now that the game is installed on your device, it is time to link that game to this app. So what do? We go back into the app, and as you can see, there's the app and the game. I'm going to go back into the app. Okay, so as you can see, no device is connected. And first off, what we're going to do is we're going to connect the device again. So we turn it on. Sorry, we go out of the app and we go back into our settings, and we go to Bluetooth, which seems to be on, and we'll try connect to that device, and it will say not connecting. So it's actually waiting, and now I'm going to turn this device on quickly, the mode, and there we go. We're going to say connecting here on the phone, and it is connected, as you can see. I'm going to go into the phone now, and I'm going to go into this device. And there you would see again one device connected. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a game. So click the add game, say no for this, and we'll go through your list. There is the game, Free Fire. I'm going to add, oops, not that one. Double hold and press that app to make sure you can delete it. And then tap it again, and the add icon will come back up. Click the add icon game. Here's another advertisement coming through. I have no choice. I gotta let it play. Close it. There's Free Fire. I'm going to click add that. And there you will see the game is added. Now before you can do anything else, you have to go into that. So tap Free Fire, and we'll ask you to configure key functions. Need to allow drawing over other apps permission. Tap allow, and then it's got all these octopus options up for you here. I'm gonna say display pop-up window, enable that, accept that, and then further up here, modify system settings. You'll need to do that as well, so accept that. And then there's two more that is question mark, which is the home screen shortcut and NFC. You don't need that. Tap back, and there we see you have the game, and I'm going to tap back into the game again. Allow Octopus to record audio. I'm going to allow that. It says launching the app, and now you can see there's an overlay. I don't know if you can see it clearly, but I'm going to show you. There are some marks here. If you can see the black side of it, you can see there's some marks. Okay, excuse me. It's starting the game again. Let's just wait till the game loads. So now you can see the game's loaded, but there's an overlay. I don't know if you can quite see it. There is BAYRGRB and then LB plus X, LB plus Y, LB there in the corner. There is LB plus A, LS over there, and there is also some signal directions over here, which is showing the left, right arrow, down arrow. And then to access that overlay, you will need to tap the two little eyes that is showing at the top of the screen. Can you see it? If you can, good for you. So I'm going to tap that right now, and there you see that's where the overlay is. So that's all what you need, folks. You are now connected your game controller to play this game. And as you can see now, the overlay is more visible over here. And in part 2 of the video, I'm going to show you how to use these settings to play this game. But just as an indicator, you can tap that and it goes away. Tap it again to show. And then you click all of the settings here to show you what you can do with the settings. This one is button opacity and POV speed. You just click that button, goes back up again. You see your game controller there. It has selected the gamepad now and the keyboard. I'm going to push that up. And if you want to add something, there is your settings. It allows you to current mode gamepad, or you can change the mode. A is the keys, D is the pad, left analog and right analog. And you can click refresh and it will say keypad will be reset to default. And then you click tap OK, and those are all set to its default. You can again, this is the main area where you will make your settings. Now, for me, it's a long process, so that's why there's 2 videos to it. So stay tuned for the next video where I will show you how to configure this. Or if you want, you can configure it yourself and just leave comments below as to how successful you were. Over here, this is Octopus is going to record your screen, so you can record the screen as well. I'm going to click cancel, and the question mark is to help you with any issues you might have. I'm going to push that up as well, and I'm going to exit the game. This is all for now, folks. Stay tuned for the next video, Android Dumplingers, where we will play this game with this game controller.